The road into McDowell County, West Virginia, winds through the ancient mist-shrouded Appalachians, a landscape shaped by millions of years and countless stories. As you drive, the mountains seem to close in around you, their green slopes rising and falling like the backs of sleeping giants. Here, cell service vanishes, and the outside world slips away, replaced by a profound sense of isolation. The silence is broken only by the crunch of gravel beneath your tires and the distant call of a bird. It's a place where time slows, and the modern world feels impossibly far. You pass weathered signs for towns like War and Welch, their names echoing with history and hardship. These are places that progress seems to have forgotten, where faded paint and rusted metal tell stories of better days. The landscape is a striking blend of beauty and struggle. Majestic mountains scarred by the deep wounds of old coal mines, with houses perched precariously on steep hillsides. The scars of industry are everywhere, reminders of a time when coal was king and these hills bustled with life. Now, silence settles in, both peaceful and haunting. It's a quiet that makes you listen with your heart to the stories whispered by the wind and the memories held in every empty street. Once, McDowell County was the beating heart of America's coal industry, fueling cities and dreams far beyond these mountains. Today, it tells a different story, a story of resilience in the face of decline. Boarded up storefronts and faded murals of coal miners hint at a lost prosperity, a time when these streets were alive with workers and families, hope and ambition. The echoes of coal trains that once thundered through these valleys are gone, replaced by the gentle rustle of leaves and the soft sigh of the wind. There's a sense of opportunity lost, but also a quiet dignity that endures. Yet signs of resilience shine through, a string of Christmas lights glowing in the dusk, a hand-painted welcome sign on a weathered porch, a resident proudly displaying the American flag. These small acts speak of stubborn pride and hope that refuses to die. This isn't just a story about poverty or decline. It's about the people who remain, who continue to fight for their home and their future. Families gather on porches, neighbors share what little they have, and children play in the shadow of the mountains. Their stories of hardship, hope, and endurance are the ones worth telling. They are the heartbeat of McDowell County, carrying forward traditions and dreams against all odds. In McDowell County, the past lingers in every brick and every tree, but so does the unbreakable spirit to endure, to rebuild, and to hope for a better tomorrow. And that's where our journey begins, on this forgotten road, among the people and places that refuse to be forgotten. Walking through Welch feels like stepping into a forgotten America. The courthouse stands proud, but across the street, empty buildings stare out with vacant eyes. Details linger, a rusted Coca-Cola sign, ornate banks, dust-covered mannequins in a long-closed store. The town seems to hold its breath, waiting for life to return. Locals remember crowded sidewalks and movie palaces, memories more vibrant than reality. Every cracked sidewalk and peeling sign tells a story of a community's lost promise. These aren't just ruins, they're relics of a broken dream. For those who remain, the past isn't just history. It shapes every day. Welch is a living reminder of what was and what still might be. To truly understand McDowell County, we must first look back at its remarkable and turbulent past, a story written in coal dust and mountain stone. For much of the 20th century, coal powered the nation from these rugged mountains, fueling the growth of distant cities, helping to win wars, and earning McDowell the nickname the billion-dollar coal field. The county's black gold was the lifeblood of American industry. Towns flourished, main streets buzzed with activity, and miners found steady work. Families built lives here, and hope was abundant. Schools, theaters, and shops lined the streets, and a sense of pride ran deep through the community. But as the decades passed, the world changed. Coal demand began to fall. New technologies and machines replaced men, and one by one, the mines closed their doors. The once busy rail yards grew quiet, and the heartbeat of the county slowed. The decline was slow but devastating. Jobs vanished almost overnight. Families packed up and left in search of opportunity, and the schools and businesses that once thrived were forced to shutter their doors. Company towns, once the center of daily life, were abandoned and left to the elements. nature crept in, reclaiming houses and buildings, erasing the traces of bustling communities. McDowell County, which had once been among the richest in the state, slipped into poverty. The contrast between past prosperity and present hardship became stark, a visible reminder of how quickly fortunes can change. The coal dust finally settled, leaving behind empty landscapes, rusting equipment, and a profound sense of loss. The silence that followed was heavy, echoing through the hollows and valleys. The rise of McDowell was meteoric, but its fall was even more dramatic, a transformation from thriving boomtowns to near ghost towns, almost within a single generation. What remains today is a resilient community, still grappling with the aftermath of economic collapse. People gather in aging town halls, determined to find a way forward despite the odds. The story of McDowell is a cautionary tale, a vivid lesson in the cycles of boom, bust, and the enduring will to survive. It's a reminder of how quickly fortunes can change and how communities must adapt or be left behind. Here, the past is never far away. Faded signs and preserved relics serve as daily reminders of what once was and what has been lost. Yet, even in the face of hardship, the people of McDowell County continue to fight for their future. The struggle to move forward is ongoing, fueled by hope, resilience, and a deep connection to the land they call home. Amidst the hardship and the quiet streets, you find the true heart of McDowell County, the people who stayed, who chose to call this place home, even when others left. Their faces tell stories of endurance, of laughter and loss, of a love for their land that runs deeper than the coal seams beneath their feet. Take Linda, for example. She runs a community center in an old church, where the walls echo with the sounds of children and the warmth of shared meals. She organizes food drives, after-school programs, and holiday dinners, making sure no one in her neighborhood goes hungry or feels alone. Linda left once, searching for opportunity elsewhere, but the pull of home was too strong. "This is my home. You don't walk away when things get tough," she says, her voice steady with conviction. She believes in the power of community, in the idea that together, people can weather any storm. Then there's David, a former miner whose hands bear the marks of years underground. He lost his job when the mines closed, but he stayed, determined to help his neighbors and keep his family's legacy alive. For David, leaving was never an option. Now, David fixes cars in his driveway, does odd jobs around town, and is always the first to lend a hand. His small acts of kindness, changing a tire, repairing a porch, sharing a meal, hold the community together in ways that matter most. At the high school, hope takes root in the dreams of teens like Sarah. She studies hard, determined to become a doctor and return to serve her community. For Sarah and her friends, education is a ticket to a better future, but their hearts are set on giving back to the place that raised them. These kids know the county's reputation, the stories told about poverty and struggle, but they're determined to change it. They carry a quiet confidence, a belief that they can rewrite the narrative for the next generation. They are the keepers of the flame, defined not by statistics or headlines, but by love, resilience, and a stubborn hope that refuses to fade. Their laughter and dreams light up the darkest corners of McDowell. The stories here are about what endures, loyalty to family, faith in each other, and a hope that is passed down from one generation to the next. These are the ties that bind, stronger than any hardship. In McDowell, community is more than just an economy. It's the bond between people, the willingness to show up for one another, to share what little you have, and to celebrate every small victory together. Here, resilience isn't just a word, it's a way of life, woven into every handshake, every shared meal, every story told on a front porch at sunset. The spirit of McDowell lives on in those who refuse to give up, who find strength in each other and pride in their roots. It's a spirit that endures, no matter what, and their hope is contagious, spreading from neighbor to neighbor, generation to generation, lighting the way forward for all who call McDowell home. In McDowell County, the day starts early and the grind is real. Many piece together work, drive long distances, or rely on the informal economy. Food deserts are common, grocery stores are far, and people depend on food pantries and small markets. Volunteers pack boxes for long lines of cars, evidence of daily struggle. Yet, grace shines through in neighborly acts, picking up prescriptions, fixing cars, sharing what little they have. Community isn't abstract, it's survival. Mutual support is woven from hardship and obligation. Evenings are for family, stories, and simple togetherness. Life is stripped to essentials: family, faith, fellowship. There's richness in simplicity and gratitude for what matters most. The struggle is constant, but so is the quiet heroism. In McDowell, grace is found in the everyday. McDowell's scars run deep. Poverty, addiction, and health crises linger. The opioid epidemic hit hard, tearing through families and leaving grandparents to raise grandchildren. Chronic illness is common: black lung, diabetes, heart disease. Life expectancy is among the nation's lowest. These are hard truths, but the community faces them head-on. They're not defined by their struggles, but by their fight to heal and support each other. Ignoring these realities would dishonor their resilience. Facing the pain is the first step toward change, and McDowell County is taking that step with courage. Even in hardship, hope grows in McDowell County. Community gardens bloom in abandoned lots, teaching self-sufficiency and pride. High-speed internet is coming, opening doors to remote work, education, and telemedicine. Young people are learning new skills, building futures without leaving home. The mountains, once mined for coal, now attract tourists to ATV trails and natural beauty. Local businesses see new life from visitors. These are small victories, but they matter. Each garden, each internet connection, each tourist is a seed of hope. The future may not be underground, but in the land itself. Faith and hard work are planting a new harvest. In McDowell, hope is stubborn and growing. In McDowell County, community is more than a word, it's an action. Volunteer fire departments, Friday night football, and shared struggles bind people together. When disaster strikes, neighbors show up with real help, not just words. Generations of shared history create deep empathy and understanding. Here, true wealth is measured in the strength of human bonds. In a world obsessed with independence, McDowell reminds us of the power of connection. They've lost much, but held on to what matters most: each other. Their lesson is simple, but profound. Community is our greatest asset, and it's a lesson we all need to remember. Leaving McDowell, the world rushes back in, but the memory lingers. This isn't just their story, it's America's story, a monument to the cost of economic change. McDowell warns against putting all hope in one industry and reminds us of promises made to workers and communities. As the nation faces new economic shifts, there will be other McDowells. What we learn here will define us. But above all, this is a story of resilience, dignity, and love for home. The people of McDowell want a chance, not pity. They deserve to be seen and heard. Even in the poorest places, the greatest riches are found in kindness, determination, and community. Hope, like the mountains, endures.